The North Carolina Tar Heels had a week to prepare for Maryland. Some were worried the long layoff might bring with it some rust. Coach Williams happy to be back in action. Kinston native Reggie Bullock had a career day, and he starts it with this steal and score on the other end. Then in transition, the ACC's leading three-point shooter at it again. At the end of the first half, it was Reggie Bullock 21, University of Maryland 20. Strickland got the crowd rocking at the Dean Dome with this jam to end the first half. Heels up 22 at the break. Second half, James Michael McAdoo with the slam. McAdoo with 19 points, 11 boards on the day. How about one more from Kinston's favorite son? Bullock finished with a career high of 24. Final score, Tar Heels 62, Terrapins 52. The ECU Pirates once again fell behind early. This time they could not make a dramatic comeback, and they fall to Marshall 77-56. They drop to 2-2 in Conference USA play. Next up, a road date with UAB on Wednesday night. Now for some Friday night action we did not show you yesterday. Austin Luthouthen to Trevor Singleton to start the game for Hoggard. Joquel Streeter for Rose knocks that one down. Then Trevor Singleton stepping outside. He had 27.7 boards on the night. Malik Peel puts the Rampants up, but the Vikings would right the ship. Trevor Singleton would get this basket and one. Hoggard wins it 71-57. In the girls' game, Cabria Gilbert for Rose ties the game at 27. Then Julia Bueller gives Hoggard the lead at the end of the third quarter. 19 points for Bueller on the night. Hoggard on the fast break and Aaliyah Thompson the layup. Vikings pull away, and they get the sweep by beating J.H. Rose 43-32. Switching gears to some football news. Yesterday, Rick Smith officially became the next defensive coordinator for the ECU Pirates football team. Today, he begins to look at personnel to determine what kind of setup will best suit the pieces he has in place. And speaking of pieces, he's also busy talking to recruits, seeing as how signing day is only a couple of weeks away. Coach McNeil and Smith discussed those topics when I spoke to them yesterday.
I know how to coach 4-3. I know how to coach a 4-4. I don't believe you can do just one thing. You can't line up in one front because they'll put a beat on you. You can't line up in one coverage.
Rick will be able to get out and visit some defensive guys who got on the hook and line, and now try to make sure we bring them in.
Coach McNeil told me Smith is out as we speak, meeting with recruits and selling the Pirate Nation to high schoolers all over the region. It was a sad day for baseball fans today. We learned of the passing of two legendary figures in the game. The first was former Baltimore Orioles manager Earl Weaver. The 5'6" Weaver was never afraid to pick a fight with an umpire, or in several cases, a whole crew of umpires. And he got his money's worth every time, much to the delight of the Baltimore baseball fans. Weaver was ejected 91 times in his career, once getting ejected from both games of a doubleheader. Weaver led the Orioles to a World Series title in 1970. He died late Friday night in his room aboard a cruise ship. Weaver was 82. And a little while ago, the St. Louis Cardinals announced that Stan the Man Musial has died at his home outside of St. Louis at the age of 92. Musial is the most famous Cardinal and is so revered in the city that he has two statues outside of Busch Stadium. Musial made 24 All-Star games in 22 seasons. You heard me right, 24 in 22 years. Back in Musial's day, there were two All-Star games a season for a little while. He finished his career as the all-time hits leader with 3,630. His final major league at-bat, he laced a single past a rookie second baseman by the name of Pete Rose, who would one day break Musial's hits record. Stan the Man Musial, dead at 92. And quickly, tomorrow is Championship Sunday in the NFL, and here on Fox Eastern Carolina, we'll get the day started when my Atlanta Falcons host the San Francisco 49ers for a spot in the Super Bowl. The two teams have met 4 times since 2001. Atlanta has won all 4 of those matchups. Kickoff set for 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. More with John and Tori after the break. You're watching Fox Eastern Carolina News.